Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Discovery Soundbites. My name is Marie Beam. I'm CEO of Discovery Museum in Acton, Massachusetts, where we invite children and their families to explore science and nature through play, indoors and out. And I am here today with a good friend of the museum, Valora Washington, CEO and president of the CAYL Institute. That's CAYL, which stands for Community Advocates for Young Learners. It's an organization that gathers early childhood educators and caregivers of all backgrounds to listen, learn, and lead together. Welcome, Valora.
Thank you.
So, as you know, we have just a few questions for each of our guests. So, let me just jump right in. First question, Valora, from your perspective, what is the biggest opportunity now to improve the lives of kids and families?
Oh, that's a great question because, right now, many of us as adults are worried, concerned, and asking questions about everything that's happening all around us. So I think the best thing we can do for kids right now is to connect with them, to protect them, and to make sure that they're getting the opportunities that they need. So by protect them, I mean that children also hear the daily news cycle, and even if they don't understand it, they see the reactions of people around them. And so we've got to make sure that our children are feeling safe and they're feeling secure. And this is so important for their brain development. It's important for their emotional stability, their self-worth. And this security is really important if we want our children to be healthy and curious and explore new learning. And we want to connect with our children screen free by
Mm,
talking and reading with them. And if they're old enough, asking them open-ended questions because they need to hear that they're valuable through our words and through our behaviors. And by listening and watching and being present with them. And so we want to protect them. We want to connect them. We also want to make sure that they're still getting the opportunities that they need. Um, and we do this by making sure they're having lots of playful learning with all of their senses and that they are seeing that we are coping well. So we
mm,
have to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of our children, so we can protect them and connect with them the way that they
mm,
need us to.
mm. And that connection also feels good for the adults and the
Yes,
caregivers, doesn't it, Valora?
absolutely.
Our second question, what can we do at home or in our communities beyond what you've just said?
Yeah, I think that there's so many things we can do at home and in our communities. And the thing I think most is that we need to understand that we're really setting a tone for children and setting a foundation for their individual lives, as well as we're setting a tone for our democracy in the future. Because, when we're working with young children, we're doing things that are promoting democratic behaviors and democratic values. Because when we work with children, we're helping them make decisions as a group. We're helping them resolve conflicts by negotiating and collaborating.
Mm,
We're helping them to take on shared responsibilities. And all of these things are teaching children to listen, to have problem solving skills, to negotiate, to have critical thinking. In other words, they're learning how to be citizens in a democracy. They're also learning to be active agents in their own lives. So, what we can do as families and friends of young children is to be models of these behaviors and make sure that with our children, we're fostering a sense of this justice and inclusivity, and that we're doing this on a level that children really can relate to and understand. Some of us are working on a policy level, so there's lots of things we can do on a policy level too. We want to make sure that we're learning all the time about what's going on around us. And we want to follow the money and make sure that our society is investing in children and investing in organizations like your museum that are helping children to feel connected, to feel valued, and to be participants in democracy. So these are things we can all do.
and that is a very hopeful set of actions that we can take, isn't it? Valora, what is one bright spot you are seeing?
I see a lot of bright spots, even though these are challenging times. And here's a big bright spot because even though our nation is undeniably very diverse demographically and
Mm,
also is very diverse in terms of opinions that people have, But I see every day people working together across racial lines, across religious lines, across their political points of view. And that's a bright spot for me. And I think that this is a bright spot because it's an opportunity right now for all of us to rethink what it is we really want to see in this next generation of children and to really rethink what our values are. So I see so many people holding space for these kinds of conversations. I see so many people deeply committed to the principles on which this society was really founded, and that is that we are a nation where everyone is created equal and everyone has certain unalienable rights, and that we want for our children life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that is a bright spot for me.
How powerful, Valora. We have a little time left. So, if I may, I would love to ask you a surprise question here at Discovery Museum. As you know, we talk a lot about discovery and learning through play. So, tell me, how do you like to play?
Wow. I like to play by learning new things. And I think that's what children do too. I like to go to new places and touch things and see things and smell and experience things. So I'm a very much an experiential learner, just like we want our children to be. And that's how I love to play. Great question.
Oh, and I love that answer, and I hope you get to do that a lot. Thank you, Valora,
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank you, everyone, for listening today. And thank you to our generous sponsors for making Discovery Soundbites possible. If you'd like to learn more about the Discovery Museum and our work, you can find us at discoveryacton.org. Come play with us.